Come in. Mind the step. Why, hello, Father. I wasn't expecting a man of God's visit today.
I wish it were under more pleasant circumstances, sir.
Well, have a seat, take your shoes off. Can I fetch you a sweet tea? Those southern boys don't know much, but they sure know how to quench a thirst.
No, thank you, though.
The Lord's pockets aren't deep enough for socks, I take it.
Times are hard. Fewer and fewer people come to pray each Sunday, and without their donations, food and clothing are in scarce supply.
And I take it none of you men of God have the seamstress's touch.
They teach a great many things in seminary. Regretfully, not the needle and thread.
So what brings you to my humble lodging today, Father?
This is a small town. Word gets around fast. So when I heard a Pinkerton took up lodging at the inn, I had to come see you for myself.
Ex-Pinkerton. So I'm sorry to say if you're looking for that kind of service, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I'm not interested in what you were. I'm interested in what you are now. You see, I've heard rumor you're the one they call the Devil Hunter, who carries with him a book of all of Satan's creatures that dwell here on earth.
I've heard this rumor as well.
But are you the Devil Hunter?
That depends, Father. Why are you looking for him?
There's a reason people have stopped coming to church. There's a demon in these woods, preying on anyone who dare venture into them. The people believe it's a spawn of Satan, sent to keep them from worship.
And how do you know it isn't human?
Because we found the bodies. They've been devoured. This is a pious village. No God-fearing man could be capable of such evil.
And have you seen it, this demon?
Father Solomon did, right about the time the Cassidy boy disappeared.
And you trust his word?
He was a man of God. I trusted him with my life. So will you help us?
Of course. That's why I'm here.
I hope you don't mind me coming along.
Of course not. Gets a bit lonely out here with nothing but your own thoughts and impending death to keep you company.
It's quite a weapon you have there.
Ah, my father's. There's no love lost for that man. But I can't fault him for his choice of pistol. Did you want to try?
Oh no, I've taken a solemn oath against violence.
And I suppose that's the difference between us, Father. Got a gift for violence, you see. Spent 20 years with a gun in my hand and blood on my knuckles. I only just recently figured out how to use it.
For hunting devils?
I prefer to call them monsters, really. Devils is too safe. We all know what a devil is and where it comes from. And in my line of work, the moment you think you know what to expect, it's when one of those bloodsuckers sinks its fangs into your throat.
You mean vampires?
Thanks to the war, the land's lousy with them. Most of them were just southern boys content to feed off their cattle, but with the slaves freed, they've got to go hunting. Speaking of which, you look a bit like one of the bastards that tried to eat me a few months back. You wouldn't happen to have your eyes on my jugular, would you, Father?
What? No, never.
I'm sorry, Father. I meant nothing by it. Cursed with an unfortunate sense of humor.
No, I'm sorry. It must help with dealings as sinister as these.
That and drive away any woman foolish enough to fall in love with me.
Call me Deacon, by the way. No sense in formalities.
Ira Woods. Pleased to meet you, Deacon.
And you know what we're hunting, Ira?
A Wendigo, without a doubt.
A Wendigo?
An evil spirit that infects a man that consumed human flesh, turning him monstrous.
How do you know?
Easy. My sister showed me.
This is remarkable.
Well, she was a remarkable woman.
Your sister wrote and drew all of this?
Every page. She's the only one who saw the world the way it really was. So she filled that book with information on every monster in existence, human or otherwise.
I take it she's not around anymore.
She was attacked by a werewolf. It's what set me on this particular path, actually. But, in a way, she's still with me.
I understand what you mean.
You do?
I often think my Anna is still with me in spirit.
In spirit? Of course. Now, who would this Anna be? You're not telling me you took a wife, Deacon?
Almost. We were young and in love. I was studying in seminary at the time, so that made things difficult. You see, priests aren't allowed to marry, so it became a choice. Either leave the church to be with Anna, or forsake marriage to be with God.
I see you made your choice.
It wasn't that easy. In fact, I had my bags packed, but the war broke out and everything changed. Each day I saw young men marching out to fight for something much bigger than themselves. And that made me realize I would be selfish to abandon God for my own happiness. With the church, I can make a difference, offer hope and healing to those who need it, even if that meant leaving her.
Not to mention, had you been drafted, you would have been sent to die just like the rest of them.
Did you fight in the war?
No. But I've seen enough men's lives taken senselessly to consider it a fair substitute.
Would you have done the same? Let her go, I mean.
You mistake my younger self for having even a shred of your nobility.
Humor me. Still?
A life of selfish love and happiness, or of faith and goodwill? Let me put it this way. There's no God that I pray to. There are pitiful few who would even have me. I've never been in love, and there's been nary a man or woman who could convince me to fall for it. And this is no life. Not really. I'm just aiming for redemption on my way out the door. So I'm in no position to judge, and I don't believe anyone else would be either. But there is one thing I know for certain. Life is full of crossroads. You may never know where your path will lead, but there will always be another one. And another after that. Your path isn't fixed, Deacon. No man's is. And what became of Anna?
Cholera. Some 4 years ago.
Well then, to Anna.
To your sister. What is that, varnish?
I haven't the slightest idea.
You know, I don't think I've laughed in a very long time.
Well, stick around, Deacon. If there's one thing I love, it's a good joke.
Tell me another, then.
Later. We've got a Wendigo to kill.
Down there. If we follow the river, that's where we'll find it.
Ira! The gun! Shoot it with the gun!
But I've sworn oath!
God damn your oath! God will forgive you, just shoot it! Are you alright?
I think I swallowed some of its brain.
Well, do you feel any smarter?
What?
Nothing. Here.
What is it doing?
It's reverting back to its human form. The host is dead, so the spirit is moving on.
Father Solomon? But that's impossible. He was a man of God. He couldn't have done such a thing.
But he did.
But he was a priest. We took an oath. There's no way he could have...
That's the thing about faith, Deacon. It can comfort you, but it can blind you to the things you don't want to see. There's darkness in every man's soul, pious or not. It's up to each of us to give in or to resist.
I need a minute.
Of course. I can help you take the body back to the church if you'd like.
I won't be going back.
So you're leaving?
Yes, for now. I still believe, and I always will, no doubt, but I can see now I put my faith in something flawed, and I intend to rectify that.
What'll you do?
I have to see if there isn't a better way to keep the demons at bay. I don't know when or where I'll find it, but I've made a commitment to help those in need, so I'm not giving up.
Learn to do good. Seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, plead the widow's cause.
Isaiah 1:17.
Well, in that case, Deacon, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Deacon, this is my sister.
Wait, but I thought she...
It's a long story and one that we can tell you in due time.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
We're leaving soon. There's talk of banshees in Kensington. So what do you think?
What do I think?
You want to help us hunt some monsters?